Our story begins with the announcement of yet another annual Believe event. Homelander ecstatically spoke about his love for God and his son Christ, transparently implying that superheroes are messengers of the Almighty, and all acts are their grace. The celebration itself would be held on the upcoming Sunday in New York's Central Park. All it took was to buy a pass at a special discounted price, and one could watch their favorite superheroes live all day long. Satisfied parents with their children congregated around Homelander and dogmatically told the audience to spend their money on tickets straight away. After the cameras went off, there was no trace of Holmes' enthusiasm. When he was asked to discuss the program of the event, he answered quite unambiguously that he had neither the time nor the mood for this shit. It was like the miserable, rotten people on Believe were just pissing him off. For years, he'd been the host of this religious festival, but now he was starting to think he could be doing something more useful on this day. Yet, since Homelander was the head of the Seven and the most important superhero in general, he didn't have much choice. Not having a choice with a firm commitment made him extremely angry and frustrated. So much so that the same night, Homelander lay without trousers in one of the rooms of his headquarters and wept pitifully like an offended teenager. It was Sunday, and the park was packed with festival-goers who had bought tickets at considerable expense. In addition, most of the local activities were also aimed at pumping money out of the visitors. Different superheroes performed on the big platform with spiritual speeches and music playing from the loudspeakers. The highlight of the Believe Festival was Homelander's final speech and the Super Prize. One of the many families gathered there could win dinner with America's top superhero, an incredible honor. In a circle of other supers, the results of the lottery were announced. The winners were the Mueller family from Larchmont, New York. Dad, Mom, daughter, and son. They won the already announced dinner with Homelander himself and were seated in an expensive car. Having finished his celebratory speech, Homelander lifted the whole family straight up into the air in the car, and they all flew to dinner together. Soon, however, there was no trace of the super's cordiality. He became quite indifferent to everything that was going on. Homelander drove the car higher and higher. The family was getting very cold. The children were crying, and the man asked how long they had left to fly, and if the super could lower them. Homelander replied that the whole festival was a load of bollocks and had been created for the sole purpose of pumping money from gullible idiots. The superhero said that there is no God and the only deity in the sky is himself, and he didn't have time to have dinner with some lowlifes. The parents hugged each other and crying children took one last look at each other, and then Homelander simply let go of the car, which darted downwards. The unfortunate people couldn't hold on to each other and fell out of the car, ready to meet their deaths. Homelander glanced at them indifferently and flew off to his business.